You might remember from previous episode when for the first time in months we saw a new boat coming in the channel.
This is just the GoPro, but out by our flag you might be able to see the Canadian flag, and there's a sailboat just behind us that's just coming in. That's a surprise. Gonna be interesting. We have new neighbors, so that'll be cool.
New neighbors, indeed. After we finished our shopping excursion, we went out into the anchorage and looking for our new neighbors and saw them anchored way out in front, so thought we'd go over and say hi. On our way, of course, I realized we're heading towards a very shallow area. I wonder if, yep, for sure, they're stuck.
There's our new boat. I think they got stuck on the wrong side of a shallow reef. Welcome. Oh, what's your? Sorry. You guys need some extra? You stuck on the bottom? Stuck?
Yeah. Anybody giving you information about the area? Nothing.
Don't try and hold it, Maddie. Don't try and hold it. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
For bow. Going back up here.
Hey, you cannot adventure, Captain.
Always, but yeah. Get somebody new in the anchorage, then nobody told her what not to watch out for. So we're just trying to help her get off the sand. Okay, ready?
Oh, is he under here?
It's alright, it's going on its own.
Okay. Already. Don't move.
I'm gonna put this around the other side and see if that helps our steering issue.
See, ideally, when you're in a towing situation like this, you'd like to have your towing bridle hooked up to the port and starboard cleats on the dinghy, and then the main tow line hooked up on a V, and that distributes the weight load evenly across both sides of the tender as you're trying to pull. But with the only line they had available to give us, it was a big 3/4 inch 3-strand rope that wouldn't fit on our cleats. So the only rope I had available in the dinghy to tie it to was actually our line that's hooked up for hoisting the dinghy up on the davits. It's hooked up in the same V configuration I'd mentioned, but unfortunately it's too short to go over and around the outside and back of the engine. So our only option is to keep switching it from side to side and going back and forth trying to tow the boat forward. We'd continue this for a little while, and if it proved to be unsuccessful, we'd whip back to Sophisticated Lady to pick up one of our own lines to make a new towing bridle. But for now, let's see how it goes.
But the line's too big for me to put it across both lines at the same time. See, that's the problem. Okay, where is it? Okay, I'm going back over this way. Okay, here we go.
lot of times one dinghy is not going to be enough to tow a boat like this off the sand, especially a big heavy steel boat like this one. You know, when it goes up on top of the sand, it's sitting on it hard. But one advantage we've got here is with the second boat, he's got an additional 15 horsepower in his engine. So we try and strategically put him around the sides of the boat where we need the most thrust, and then we pull from the front. In this case, we're trying to push the boat forward, but it's not working because we're just driving her into the same sand that she's already stuck in. So now what we're going to do is try and pull the bow around towards the direction where she came up on the sand, and that's where the deeper water is. Once we get the bow pointed that way, then we can start pushing and pulling her forward again.
Okay, keep trying. Just trying to get into position because I can only pull from one side or the other so that my boat keeps turning. You want to try right at her bow and just push the same way? Right at the bow, and we'll just try and get her turned this way some more. She's turning. She's pointing the right direction now.
Yeah. Hey, you can't put the line all the way.
Yeah, no, it's gone under the boat.
Okay. Easier now. Easier the line,
Okay.
I need to pass under, no?
Let it go. There it goes. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Come back out by us. Go the other side of us.
Wait,
the sailboat right in front of you.
Wait, the rope.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, just get off the reef.
Only the rope is inside your anchor. Keep there, no?
Yep. You get it?
Wait. Oh, I have a lot of power. I'm a power man. Women. Power me, women. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, pull it back aboard now from the bow. You good? Yeah, this is us right here. If you go the other side, just over there, there's lots of room and good depth.
Let's go on the boat.
All right. Wow, I'm impressed. Single-handed lady on a big steel boat. I mean, getting grounded, that can happen to anybody, but that's a heavy boat, so we're very lucky we were actually able to get her off.
No!
Come this way, follow. Here, let's go tell her to follow us.
So the question is, how did she actually arrive here in the first place? Well, as it turns out, we'll find out a little bit later, but she was up in Isla Mujeres, which is the Isle of Women. That's where I was last year, where I met Madalena. Of course, geographically, this is not a good place to be during storm season. As hurricane season approaches in June and July, Isla Mujeres is right in the potential hurricane track zone. So, she decided she needed to get out of there, but needed to do like we did, make some easting before she could head south. She had found out online that Jamaica was open, so she headed there as our easterly destination. Now, of course, what you find out online is not always what you find out in reality when you get there, and of course, they said, no, you can't come in. So from that moment on, she was pretty much in exile on the Caribbean Sea for the last 3 weeks. She was already in need of some boat repairs, having just beat her way upwind to Jamaica. But she turned her bow south and headed for Panama. Along the way, she ran into some more trouble with the boat that started piling up on her, culminating with some kind of damage to the rudder. And as I understand it, her self-steering is a wind vane, and it started overpowering the rudder and continually heading the boat upwind. So there was no way for her to effectively keep it on course without staying at the wheel 24 hours a day. But she made it as far south as San Andres, about 40 miles from the North Shore, before the Coast Guard approached her and said, hey, you can't come here. She told them her predicament and the problem she was having with the boat, so they contacted the Coast Guard in San Andres and got her permission to come into the anchorage. So here she is, and all I can say is our first impression is this is one tough woman.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the best spot, I think. Yep, this is the spot. No, up here, up here. Okay, we're right over it. And I'm backing up to get out of her way.
In 10 years, I want to stay like she's woman. Hold the boat and sail it like she.
Okay, tell her stop.
Stop! Anchor!
Stop, drop it there. Right there. Back up. Reverse. Yeah.
Great women. I want.
That's what I'm saying. It's her boat. She's single-handed on her own.
I want. I need to learn like she, okay, Captain? Because I want to stay self-sufficient on board if we need.
Uh-huh.
How many feet? How many?
How many did you put out?
Right now I think about 20, but I want
20 meters?
yeah, first let it go. And,
Yeah, make sure it hooks, and then you're gonna want to make sure you'll probably put out at least a good 100 feet, so
yeah,
30 meters at least.
Yeah.
The holding in here can be sketchy in the squalls.
How long have you been here?
since 1st of March.
Yeah. And then the last leave or don't want to leave. Oh, look, it's last year just we've been here for 3 months. It's a beautiful island. I know, I've been here many times. Yeah? Oh, okay. Yeah.
You were on the other side of the island?
Sorry?
Did you just get here or were you on the other side?
I just came up, the whole story. I left Italy 3 weeks ago. Ah, okay, Mexico. Yeah, I've been there and then I heard that Jamaica is open. So I went to Jamaica and once there they said no, doors are closed.
Uh-oh.
So
But-
yeah, I've been there 1 week on my boat and now here I don't know what they say. I don't know if I'm allowed to go on land. I don't know.
Oh, well, we'll find out.
I've been now 3.5 weeks on my boat alone.
Well, first we'll get you situated.
Sorry? Great women.
We'll get you situated. We'll get you situated, get your anchor in, and then we'll make sure get what you need.
Okay, well, thank you so much. You're welcome. Your name? Karen. Karen. Magdalena Enrique.
Nice to meet you.
We're friends on Facebook. Ah, okay.
Small world.
YouTube Footloose.
Oh.
Footloose.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, give a little tiny tug on your anchor. Don't put too much, but just a little tug to make sure it catches.
I will be fine. Yeah, 10 meters.
No, trust me, this bottom is very tricky. It's a thin layer of sand, like over a really hard layer.
Okay.
So you might think the anchor's in, but then the first squall hits and you pop out. So just give it a little tug first to make sure it catches and then set out a bunch more chain.
Yeah, well, you have 100 feet out?
Yeah, we're out about 120 feet right now,
Okay, good.
but I've got a 105-pound mantis on the bottom. It doesn't move.
Okay, it's gone. Thank you so much for your help. You're welcome.
Oh, anytime. You get situated and we're just gonna go drop off our stuff on our boat, but we'll be right there if you need us.
Yeah, I actually, as soon as my anchor dude, I gotta sleep because I couldn't sleep for the last 2 nights. I've been awake too long.
Okay, well, we're here.
Okay. Well,
Did the Coast Guard come out and stop you or anything?
oh yeah, I was not allowed. I was at 240 miles from San Andres, and there the Colombian Coast Guard said like, you're entering Colombian waters, you're not allowed. And I said, well, it's my bill, and I have problems with steering, so then they took to the Coast Guard, so that's how I
So they let you in?
yeah.
Okay, good. Glad to hear.
Yeah. But,
All right.
I think it's not possible. Otherwise, it's not possible to get in here.
Well, you'll be fine. Yeah, you know, if you've been at sea for a while anyway, you'll be okay because there's been no cases on this island for a long time.
Okay, that's good. Well, I cannot have impossible. So,
All right, well, we'll let you get situated and you just call us right there when you need.
okay, super. Which channel are you?
We don't have it on right now, but I'll turn it on 6.8 or something, or what do you use?
Say something to me.
Okay, we'll turn the radio on 6.8, or it's called Sophisticated Lady.
Okay, thank you. I'll see you in Guatemala as well.
Okay. We'll see you in a bit.
Okay,
All right.
okay, Captain.
Never.
Rescue good.
Yeah.
But it's very strange because the Coast Guard's on a nice sheet and we have a lot of shallow place, and which is the best place for stoppers. Okay, but it's very good when she stopped here. Can you swim now?
Yeah, at least she made it in, so she's here now. She'll get situated and problems avoided.
Yeah. And now...
Problems avoided, so at least she's not still stuck on the reef. Got that looked after, and now we got to go home and get our stuff unpacked.
Yeah, wait.
Watch your head.
Thank you. Okay.
back at home. Julian.
Yes, sir. Oh.
Welcome aboard, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. You know Karen. You know Karen already.
Well, she's been a Facebook friend, but I have 5,000 Facebook friends. I don't know them all. So, no, we just met her today, but no, she seems nice and very, wow. She's managing that boat by herself. Holy crap. Sharon, you around? Oh, there she is.
Hello. How you doing?
This is Julian.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finally you're home.
Yeah, I'm home again.
Okay. Tomorrow we will define that.
Okay.
We'll define that tomorrow morning.
Because I've been on my boat alone now
A long time.
22 days or so.
Wow. That's a lot of time.
It's a long time being alone on the boat.
No problem. I will check that for you.
Thank
Okay?
you so much.
So you good? You don't need no other requirements or no?
No, I'm good for now. Yeah.
Okay, Miss Karen. Take care. Good to see you again.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. See you tomorrow, 8 o'clock.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
like we said, Karen, if you need anything, we're right there. Just call. And
How do you get to my boat? Because my dinghy is not ready.
no, we'll get him out.
Yes.
Ah, super. Okay.
Tomorrow morning, Rick will get me.
No, Mom, we'll make sure he gets out for you.
Okay, super. Thanks so much.
All right?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.